Fred Hammond, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Oh, good morning, Rickey Smiley. You starting us off high this morning, man.
Yes, sir. I know you got a good word today.
Oh, man, thank you for this because, life can hurt. Life is unfair. People will let you down. Life can get you down. But this song is what the praise break is all about. And that is when you praise God, you literally take a praise break so that you won't break down. And when you take a praise break so you won't break down, and let me just quickly say, if you are not careful, life will get you down and break you down. If you don't take a praise break, then life will break you down. But once you take a praise break, you're ready to be built up. Why? Because there's something about the power of praise. That's what Fred Hammond is talking about, the power of praise. The power of praise, I love this, allows your life to be a consistent praise party. It's like wherever you are, there's a party when you get your praise on. Well, you didn't get praise party. How about this? Your life becomes a constant happy hour. That means you don't have to go to a bar to get happy, because when you praise God, every hour is your happy hour because you've let the praise begin. What is Fred Hammond saying? Number one, your praise can begin because of the mercies that come with the rising of the sun every single day. So here's what you do. Just think about what God has already done, and it sets the stage for you to be a perpetual praise party, to have a constant happy hour. Just think about what God has done. Fred Hammond says every morning we get fresh mercy that helps us overcome our misery, mercy that makes up for where we have messed up. I'm talking about mercy. So when you think about the mercy of God, you start to praise God. And again, you are a perpetual praise party because you know how to take a praise break. But not just that. Fred Hammond says once you take that praise break, so you don't break down, you look forward to what God is going to do. Are you ready for your blessing? Are you ready for your miracle? Are you ready for what's on the way? Because praise repositions your spirit so you get ready for what God has ready for you, because now you have a spirit of anticipation about what God is going to do because you've already shouted about what God has done. So the question is, are you ready for your miracle? If you're ready, that means you know how to take a praise break and not break down. If you're ready, it means that you are a perpetual praise party. And listen, every hour is your happy hour. Are you ready for your blessing?
Oh, man, appreciate that, Pastor Haynes. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Haynes, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, you can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes, and my YouTube channel is Frederick Haynes.
There it is, y'all. The segment is being bought. Appreciate it, Pastor Haynes. Love you, man.
Appreciate you, man. Love you. Take care.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 11 minutes after the hour, y'all got your front page. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. Now, in response to the recent increase in number of coronavirus cases, yesterday, President Biden announced that the states have until April 19th, Rickey, to make COVID vaccines available to all adults. Meanwhile, the use of force instructor who testified in the murder trial of Derek Chauvin yesterday said that when police are restraining suspects, they are taught to, quote, stay away from the neck when possible. Another officer testified that the department's policy required Chauvin, who was certified to perform CPR, to start aid before the paramedics arrived, if possible, which he did not. Now, in other news, Vice President Kamala Harris and her husband are moving. The family has been living across the street from the White House while renovations on the vice president's official residence took place. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
All good, Eva, man. Sports brought to you by Ford. Tough. This smart can only be called F-150. Check out the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 at Ford.com. Built Ford proud, built Ford tough. When it rains, it pours for Houston Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson. 2 women who filed lawsuits alleging sexual assault and inappropriate behavior are now speaking out publicly. One of them says she suffers from panic attacks, anxiety, and depression. Deshaun inflicted enormous emotional pain. She claims she is not doing this for the money. She wants to make sure he does not do this to any other women. Watson attorney still claims his innocence and says accuser number 1 demanded $100,000 in hush money. So we're going to continue to follow this situation. In the meantime, it's been determined that Tiger Woods' car crash was caused by excessive speed, but there may be some more information and more to the story that we may never know. The sheriff's department did not pull records on if Tiger was conscious when the accident happened or if he was on the phone or texting. So we'll see. That's what I got right now in sports. Gary with the T. What's up there, Mike?
All right, y'all. People are still talking about saying, is Tyler Perry a man ahead of his time? The reason why they're saying, y'all, that Tyler Perry was one of the first producers to come up, y'all, with a comprehensive plan, y'all, to safely restart television production back in April 2020. Just several weeks, y'all, into the pandemic-related Hollywood shutdown. Now, they're saying, y'all, that he got filming up and running by mid-July, employing a quarantine bubble model in which cast and crew, y'all, are sequestered on the lot, y'all, of the duration of the shoot. Now, they're saying this Saturday, y'all, April the 10th, Tyler Perry will end, the bubble at his Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta. They're saying a rep for the media mogul confirmed the deadline. Now, the move, y'all, they say follows a mass vaccination event at the studio this past Saturday, April the 3rd. Now, Perry, who covered the logistical costs, y'all, contracted Grady Hospital, whose staff has set up the vaccination site at TPS, y'all, for his entire crew and their family and friends, y'all, who had not received the vaccine yet. Now, they're saying Perry himself got vaccinated back in January. He shot a video during the vaccination drive at TPS in which he reported that 55% y'all of his crew have now received at least one dose of a COVID vaccine, and he encouraged Americans to get vaccinated. Now, since that, since he resumed production in July, they're saying that with this quarantine bubble, it included y'all BET's Sisters and The Oval, as well as y'all the upcoming All the Queen's Men for BET, which Tyler Perry still produces. Now, they say the bubble held up well, and people are raving Tyler Perry for what he did. So congratulations to Tyler Perry and his bubble model and what have you. I hadn't heard anything else about a bubble model, but with this situation, y'all, so congratulations to him. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is Bumblebee. On the high end, you say Bumblebee, and on the low end, you say beautiful black and gold. That's your color for the day. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot
and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show 29 before the top of the hour. Y'all sitting in for Brett. We got the one and only Rock T. What you got, Mike?
What up, big dog? It is time for the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. During an interview with XXL, Cardi B opened up about no longer settling for less in her career and her love life. She said, I feel like I've been on deals before that I got paid, but I feel like I deserve more. And I made sure this year that I'm getting everything that I deserve, not just on music deals, but everything. Sometimes I feel like the company might see a girl like me, a colored girl from the hood, and offer her $2 million advance, and the company is going to make probably $50 million or $100 million, and you settle for $2 million because they think that you're thirsty. Well, that time is over. No more selling. Facts right there. Go ahead, Cardi, get what you deserve. In other news, DMX's condition has not changed. Rapper DMX, he's still on life support. According to TMZ, X's manager Steve Rifkin says that X remains in a coma, and doctors will perform several tests today to determine the level of brain function. Rifkin said in a statement, there are multiple people that have inaccurate information about his well-being and it is not helpful or productive. Tomorrow, he will undergo further tests on his brain function, and his family will determine what's best from there. We appreciate your prayers and your support. Other reports say that Netflix has paid $30 million for a documentary about Kanye West. According to Billboard, the multi-part series has been in the making over 20 years and will feature never seen before footage of home videos of the hip-hop mogul. The series will be available on Netflix later this year. I'm down for it. You know what I'm saying? A little Kanye West situation. That's what I got for the hot spot, man. Rock Teases, who I be, HBCU, coming up next. Also, we got the wake-up calls. 866-9-RICKEY. 866-9-RICKEY. If you want to wake up your peeps, call us right now, man. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Now you know.
And if you don't know, now you know.
HBCU, know.
Okay. Let's go, baby. Rock Teasy up in the house, man. It's time for another HBCU. No, we're going to always put a spotlight on our heroes and sheroes that attended or currently attend our historically black colleges and universities. We finna head down to Morgan State University, established in 1867. Home of the Blue and Orange Bears. Also home of the magnificent marching band. Let's talk about one of y'all's former graduates. He's a playwright, an author, and filmmaker. Won numerous NAACP awards. Produced a television reality show. One of the highest grossing and most recognizable writers, directors, and producers in American theater. Oh, by the way, he also produced 14 national tours and several featured films. Let me run down a handful of them just so y'all can know what I'm talking about. Almost Christmas, El Camino Christmas, Jingle Jangle, First Sunday, and Baggage Claim, which featured the homie Rickey Smiley. I'm talking about the brother David E. Talbert, a proud HBCU alum of Morgan State University. If you didn't know, now you know. If you want me to highlight your favorite HBCU, hit me up on my social media platforms at Rock T Holla. Let's get it.
HBCU, know.
Man, I had the opportunity to visit there, man. I didn't know that they went to Morgan State University. He didn't tell me that one. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it's about that time. We always have our COVID-19 updates. We got the one and only Dr. MJ Collier this morning. Dr. Collier, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley. We're here today with your coronavirus update, and we got some amazing information. The Baltimore plant that recently had to scrap up to 15 million ruined doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine has made up to 150 million doses of COVID-19 vaccine, Ricky. None have been usable. The factory located in Baltimore is the main U.S. location for manufacturing COVID-19 vaccines developed by Johnson & Johnson and AstraZeneca, churning out 150 million doses just last week. But so far, not a single dose has been usable because regulators have not yet certified the factory to allow the vaccines to be distributed to the public. Last week, Emergent said that it would have to destroy 15 million doses worth of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine after contamination with the AstraZeneca vaccine was discovered. The New York Times broke this news, noted that manufacturing practices at the Baltimore facility found serious problems that often ignored or deflected missteps and not following some basic industry standards at that plant and shortcomings in efforts to disinfect and prevent contamination. The factory was ill-equipped to take on such a mammoth manufacturing task, quoted the New York Times. But more than 1 year into the pandemic, Ricky, we are aware of major symptoms. We all know if you get fever, fatigue, or loss of taste and smell with cough, those are the traditional symptoms. Newer symptoms include, these are just being discovered, obviously, by some people, hearing loss, pink eye, and gastroenteritis. Pink eye, redness, swelling, and watering of the eyes. The only explanation is that the eyes could lead to transmission of the virus to the lungs. The virus could be passed through the mucous membranes of the eyes. Where did you hear that before, Ricky? I'm not sure.
Oh, I'm talking about when we first started talking about it, cover up your eyes. Absolutely.
Exactly. Over a year ago, Ricky, and this is being brought out as new information. Hearing loss, ringing. Now, this is new. Ringing or other auditory problems in the ears can be a sign of severe corona infection. So I actually have had a couple of patients with the coronavirus that complain of hearing issues. So now I'm taking note that this is a possible sign, and I'll make sure that we're being tested. And the people that have these issues will test positive from a nasal swab. Gastrointestinal discomfort with diarrhea, elevated liver enzymes, nausea, and vomiting. Okay, so we know it affects the respiratory system, but can also impact the kidneys, liver, and intestines. Now, the CDC came out with new guidelines again, stated that routine cleaning performed effectively with soap and water or detergent can substantially reduce virus levels on surfaces rather than disinfectant sprays and wipes. So everybody that's hoarding all these wipes and all these sprays and all these other things, I've told you before, a basic soap solution will do that. One of the things is that we've just not had a lot of incidents of people contracting the coronavirus through a fomite surface that surface contacting. So the way that people get it is direct contact via droplets or airborne, so coughing and then walking through that cloud of virus. So you don't have to worry about doing all that major cleaning with all these various chemicals. Soap and water and wiping down your surfaces is good enough. So President Biden is calling to make all Americans eligible for the vaccine on Monday, April 19th, Ricky, amid concerns about increasing COVID cases. So if you're walking, talking, breathing in America, you'll be able to get the COVID vaccine, on Monday.
There it is.
Report, Ricky. Let's go to the call.
All right, you're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Yes, I was diagnosed with Guillain-Barré syndrome back in 1980 and wanted to know if the COVID vaccination would be recommended for myself.
The Guillain-Barré syndrome was most significantly considered when you're getting a flu vaccine, but with any vaccine, I would take it into consideration. So I'd be prepared for that, but there have not been any increased incidences in Guillain-Barré. With the coronavirus vaccine, the issue has been more so Bell's palsy. So both are inflammation of nerve cells. So I would take that into consideration. But I would also prep myself with my anti-inflammatory regimen as well as a non-sedating antihistamine prior to receiving the vaccine. But if you've had the coronavirus and test positive for antibodies, and I would recommend that anybody get an antibody test because you may have had it and didn't know that you had it. And if you have it, then you have natural immunity. So you don't have to take that risk.
All right, John, with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Okay, I have epilepsy, and for people who have epilepsy or brain disorders, things that cause their body to do weird things, what is your best recommendation for them? Should they be taking the vaccine or should they not? Because they can hardly find a cure for epilepsy. So people who already have those kind of issues, is it safe for them to take the vaccine?
Okay, epilepsy is seizure activity caused by a variety of different reasons. So, yes, it's safe to take the vaccine. There's been no outliers with epilepsy as a disease state, but having and being epileptic puts you in a high-risk category. So the benefits of getting either of the vaccine should far outweigh the risk of it aggravating or triggering epileptic seizures. So I would recommend that you do get it. But, again, as always, in consultation with your primary care physician or the doctor that's taking care of your neurologist that's taking care of your epilepsy because of your personal health history, it may be important.
All right, Dr. Collier, let everybody know how you can be reached.
I can be reached on all social media at ASK Dr. MJ. And you can go to my website, lipodrops.com, to find out how to boost your immune system and lose the muffin top with Lipodrops. Let's lose some weight so we can get our spring sexy back. It's almost beach weather now.
There it is.
And these are the opinions of Dr. MJ Collier, not those of Rickey Smiley, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show crew, or its radio affiliates around the country and around the world.
Hold it. Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the tea and the clue of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. John Tegan and his beautiful wife, y'all, Chrissy Teigen, y'all, John Legend, I should say, and his wife, Chrissy Teigen, y'all, they're saying, y'all, that they are raising their son, Miles, to embrace his emotions. Now, she told People Magazine, she said, honey, first of all, that, Miles is very emotional. He's a lot like her, she said. He wears his heart on his sleeve, and we embrace that. She said, I think more men should embrace their emotions. I think that's really important in this world. She said that it's okay to cry, and it's okay to be upset about something or to be sad about something. She said, we're going to talk it through, and it is okay. And John Legend is all in for it. She said, there is no be a man in my house, John said. There's no right way to be a man. And John also is good about showing them through him how he treats them, and and shows them how he loves their mom and how he's a good man. So everybody's saying, well, this is a great thing, y'all. But she said her daughter Luna is also a perfectionist, like she said. But she's telling her daughter Luna not to be a perfectionist. That sometimes things are beautiful in its imperfection, and don't be so hard on yourself. She said, and she said that's me talking when she said she's talking to her daughter, she's talking to herself. Yeah, is that a good thing? Because a lot of kids, people say when you don't let kids cry or boys cry in particular, this is why they end up in jail, because they be so frustrated. They keep all that frustration in, and when it comes out the wrong way. So all of y'all got boys on this show. What y'all think about that?
Balance.
Yes, to a degree. You can't cry.
Yeah, you
let
them cry when they small or whatever, and then and it's okay to cry when you older, but you just have to have a little bit of balance. Just depends on what they crying about.
Yeah. Well, that's all right then. Well, congratulations to Chrissy and John, y'all, because we love them, and that's good. We want their kids to be raised up right, quote unquote, and do the right thing. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, everybody's raving this couple, and I'm excited for them, y'all. It's being reported, y'all, that Lamar Odom and Carly Red, y'all, may be a hot couple. Now, they're saying that they were spotted at an event the other day, and they said they were very close to one another. And people saying that they look like they're really good. Because, recently, Lamar and his ex-fiancée, Sabrina Parr, broke up, and they're saying, now that he's probably open for love, and who better than to share his love with is Cardi?
I thought she was with Benzino.
No, she was with Arkansas Mo. So, who was with Benzino? One of them was with Benzino, but I don't think it was Carly.
I saw an episode he was crying, expressing his love for her.
Oh, yeah? Oh, Lord. Well, honey, well, she expressing hers allegedly for Lamar Odom, y'all. And they do like they make a good couple. He's a nice, tall guy, and she's a short little woman and stuff. And, she needs love, and she's a sweet young lady. And Sabrina was nice as well, though, too, but, it's just.
But there's no confirmation on that, Gary. They were literally just standing next to each other at someone's birthday event, and that person was an entertainer, and there are a lot of celebrities there, and they just happened to be next to each other. And you take that for dating?
Well, I'm just saying, if it was in Atlanta, if anybody's standing next to anybody, you're in the blogs the next day.
Thank you, Ricky.
You can speak to somebody. I'm talking about, man, I did an event, and I was dating everybody the next morning. Like, what?
Yeah, but sometimes that's a good look. I mean, keep your name out there. So
no, it's not. No, it's not.
That's not how you want your name out there.
That's the same thing my publicist said. I said, you a lie. I said, it's a lie. I said, I don't need to be validated by nobody on that red carpet. It is a lie. I am not dating them.
Well, now they had us standing next to each other. I wouldn't want that room out. So, but yeah.
Nobody want to be dating you either.
Okay.
So Rickey Smiley is with Arsenio Hall. Great value, Arsenio Hall.
Oh, wait a minute. Not great value. Okay.
Great value.
Anyway, the color today is one of my favorite colors. I'm going to leave on that one. The color today, y'all, is Spring Bumblebee. On the high end, you say Bumblebee, and on the low end, you say Beautiful Black and Gold. That's your color for today.
All right, y'all give it up for Gary with the T. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Time for the wake-up call. Get at your boy, 8669 Ricky. Here we go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Good morning, everybody. This is Warren. I'm calling for the Wiley family. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, this is William Graham from Leesburg, Florida. I want to call and wake up my mother, Edith Graham, the Graham family, and the Prices. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Wake up, wake up. Happy birthday back to school, Zion.
This is BJ from Richmond, North Carolina. I want to tell my beautiful sister, get up, have a great day at work.
This is Karen Evans out of Macon, Georgia, calling to wake up all the students at Ballard Hudson Middle School. Get your sleepy heads out of bed. Wake up, wake up.
Hey, this is Big E calling from Chattanooga. I like to wake up my wife and kids and Rickey Smiley Morning Show. What's up, what's up, what's up?
What's yours? Cause we gon' let them know. Come on, Charleston, wake up. Baton Rouge, wake up. Tallahassee said, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Come on, Montgomery, wake up. Columbus, wake up. And Albany, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
All right, y'all, this is my morning show. Appreciate it, Brett. Hey, come on.
Miss Bernice Jenkins.
Good morning. I got some church. Man, how you feeling, Janie?
I'm fine.
Good. I got these church announcements this morning. Govern yourselves.
Accordingly.
With Deacon Benny Banks, you know him.
Yeah.
And his wife Bonnie Banks, they got their cell phone numbers mixed up on the church directory. So if you try to call Benny, you got to call Bonnie, and if you're trying to call Bonnie, you got to call Benny. So to reach Bonnie, call Benny. And vice versa, just don't call their daughter Bunny because her phone cut off till she get her stimulus check. You understand that, Jay?
Yeah.
It's not confusing.
If you're gonna call Benny, you gotta call Bunny. And if you're gonna call Bunny, you got to call Benny. So in order to reach Bunny, call Benny, and vice versa. Just don't call Bunny. Because her phone is off. The pastor and choir director is asking everybody to please don't pay no attention to the bear laying in the baptismal pool behind the choir stand. Apparently he been sitting in there since last night. He ain't bothering nobody. And everybody's scared to try to get him out. So we just gonna pray that he stay asleep while y'all singing.
The bear.
Oh, jeez.
Brother Eddie Bingham gained his wings on last Thursday, Janie. You know, the funeral gonna be on Saturday. He was 89. And he had battled emphysema, scarlet fever, measles, mumps, chicken pox, kidney stones, gout, herpes, and bleeding gums. But he was surviving all that. That ain't what killed him. He got done in by that evil third wife. You know, she was only 28, and who the police said she wanted his insurance money. And that dirty heifer then shredded up a Ziploc freezer bag and put it in his salad and covered it up with Thousand Island dressing. And he choked to death. Low down scoundrel. That concludes our church announcement. Jane, I'll call you later. All right. Black Tony, what's going on?
You know what's going on. You got my text message. Don't act like you ain't get it.
What?
You got my text message. Don't act like you ain't get it. I sent one to you. I sent one to Rock T. I sent one to the old bar lady. Bar man. I sent one to everybody. I told them I'm on strike.
On strike for what?
Yo, I'm on strike. Cause the way I said yesterday, cause ain't nobody recognize my birthday, and I'm in my feelings, and I ain't coming back to work till y'all do something. I got specific,
bruh.
I got Pacific thing I want y'all to do too.
You got something Pacific you want us to do?
You going to surf it on the ocean or something?
I want y'all to do to make it up to me. Cause I'm in my feeling right now. I'm not even gonna lie, son. I can't come in there and look at y'all in the face and I'm in my feeling like this. Can't nobody remember my birthday. So I tell you what I want y'all to do, son. It ain't no big thing.
Oh man, what you want us to do?
When I was a little boy, yeah. I ain't never been to Disney World. I want the whole money, so take me to Disney World.
So you never been, so they got you in your feelings because you hadn't been to Disney World.
And I think it would be good if the whole morning show take me to Disney World. We could leave on Friday and come back on Sunday. Me, you, Rock T, Brad, Gary, Evil.
But you got to, all right, now, if I agree to do this.
Even come. I want to go to Disney World, take a picture with all the characters.
You never met Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse and Goofy?
No.
Chip and Dale with the chipmunks?
Huh?
I grown up to be a thug.
All right. So look, so you got to come to work that Friday, right? So we're gonna go Saturday, but you got to come to work that Friday.
But I wanted to rent a minivan and we could ride down there to go.
All right, you can't be smoking. You can't be smoking weed and all that stuff in the minivan, Black Tony.
Yes, I can, because we can let the window down. Me and Brad Neves go out smoke. They smoke.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna smoke in the minivan.
Huh?
All right, I'm gonna get us a Dodge Caravan. We're gonna ride out.
When we going, Shotton? Then when we go, I come back to work that Monday. When we going?
No, I need you to come Friday. We're gonna leave from work.
Well, no, I ain't going till we go to Disney World first. You ain't been treating me like that. When we going?
Hold it. Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 6 minutes after the hour, y'all. The segment's being brought to you by CreditRepair.com. That's right. Stop getting denied for credit. CreditRepair.com help. It works and can help remove those inaccurate and unfair items from your credit report. Just go to CreditRepair.com for your free evaluation. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Beyonce. Now, they're saying, y'all, that she's a difficult guest to get to RSVP, honey, in any type of event, even the Grammy Award. They said hard to barely get this girl to sign up to go. Well, now it's being reported, y'all, that one of her choreographers turned 36 recently. His name is Todrick Hall. They're saying, y'all, that Beyonce just sauntered into his birthday party unannounced, honey, the other night. Now, they're saying, y'all, that she came there, baby. The queen, they said she had on a gold corseted leotard with a huge bow over the rear and matching metallic gold heels. Now, people were excited to see Beyonce at the party, but then some people saying she was wrong for that. She should have not popped up at that boy's birthday party.
Yes, she should.
Ricky, because, honey, that was his party. That wasn't her party. You can't just go to
he can't help it that he got friends like Beyonce. I'm sure she wasn't trying to, take the attention away from him. She just trying to show up, show love, show support. I'm sure he went to all the Beyonce little private events or whatever, and she just wanted to show, love. She's real down to earth and awesome.
Yeah, she down to earth and awesome. Would y'all have wanted her to just pop up at y'all parties, Eve of Special K Rock Team? Y'all
absolutely.
A funeral, a wedding,
unannounced. Okay, Ricky.
Baby announcement, divorce, court, everything.
Yeah. It's just like a wedding. A woman that's getting married, honey, in her beautiful white wedding gown, honey, she don't want no other woman in the damn audience to outshine her because it's her day. So Beyonce should have took heed to that and stayed at home or, sent a card or some flowers like most people would do that can't make it to the thing.
But Gary, did you ever think if she had RSVP'd how crazy that event would have been, word would have gotten out, and it wouldn't have been as amazing or special because everyone would have known she was on her way?
Well, yeah. they saying she did that too because she's trying to get her numbers up because it's being reported. Also, I don't know if y'all heard, honey, that Kim Kardashian now is officially a billionaire. They say she's a billionaire from all her makeup line, her clothing line, and all other stuff that she's created and what have you. They say she's officially a billionaire. And Beyonce's still not a billionaire. And Jay-Z, her husband, is a billionaire.
She's married to one.
Well, married to one, but
she's close enough not to worry about it.
Yeah, but she's not one, though, honey. If you ain't one, it don't matter if you close, honey. Close ain't close enough. But Kim is a billionaire, and her husband, ex-husband, B. Kanye, is a billionaire. But Jay-Z is a billionaire, and his poor wife not even a billionaire yet. That's sad. I mean, as hard as that woman work and stuff that she's done.
She is far from
poor. Boy, if I get for Kim Kardashian walking around with all Kanye children through Atlanta airport, I'd be so proud. So the kids, Rickey Smiley, know these are I had the Yeezys on, listening to Click. I don't give a damn. She a big now. I don't care how many puppies she done had. I'm good.
Yes, honey. All right, y'all. Speaking of billionaire, too, y'all, this is a very sad story here. It's been reported, y'all, that Chadwick Boseman, y'all, he was one of the most prolific actors in the world, y'all. They say he started in all those Marvel movies, including the popular Black Panther. Where it's been reported, y'all, that they've learned, y'all, that his net worth was only $3.5 million. They're saying a number that many of his fans are saying is inappropriately low. Now, they're saying many believe, y'all, that Chadwick's net worth shows you how black actors, y'all, are underpaid in Hollywood. Now, his wife, y'all, now, he didn't leave a will or whatever, but his wife is, over most of the stuff. His wife, Miss Taylor Simone Leadwood. Now, she's charging, y'all, that the estate is making sure that the proper documents are submitted to the courts or whatever. But she's also saying, though, y'all, that The estate, y'all, is listed as being valued at $3,577,861. And she said after being paid for his role as Black Panther, that's all he got. Now, she said initially when she announced how much he made, they said he only had like $939,000, but she increased it because Disney and some more people sent some checks in after he had died or whatever. But she said all she's wanting is her $71,613.74, the money that she paid for the funeral. She said now, also she needs $1,275 for the flowers and another $21,000 that she spent on the reception for the funeral. That's all she's asking for from the estate.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll get that, and they'll have that taken care of. But I mean, if you'd have done a couple of more movies or whatever, his price would have went up or whatever. But I think Chadwick Boseman did really, really good for the short time that he was here, for the small amount of movies that he done. But he was on his way to be like the next Denzel Washington. He was like one of the greatest, but we just didn't have him long enough.
Yeah, it's sad, honey. Bless his spirit. That's why Cardi B is saying right now she want her money, because if they not paying these people their money, all these great movies this guy did, and he didn't make that much money, that's sad. Bless his spirit. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is Bumblebee. On the high end, you say Bumblebee, and on the low end, you say beautiful black and gold. That's your color for today.
All right, y'all, give it up and Gary with the T.
One time.
Yeah. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up is Wednesday.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news.
It's what's trending now.
Now, what's the excuse that you or someone you know gives for why they won't get the COVID vaccine? Now, several times every week, Dr. MJ Collier comes on the show and shares information about COVID-19 and the vaccines. And he was just on earlier this morning. Now, we know that science tells us that the vaccines are highly effective, and chances of getting COVID after getting vaccinated are slim, but still so many people have all kinds of reasons as to why they don't plan to get vaccinated. Now, some of y'all would not do it even if they paid you. Hit us up at 866-9-RICKY. What are the excuses that you or someone gives as to why they won't get the COVID vaccine? Eva, Rock T, what are y'all thoughts?
Well, I hear more recently a lot of people saying that they're not going to get it because of this mix-up with Johnson & Johnson, and seeing how something can happen so easily and get mixed up. A lot of black people are afraid to get it. I was afraid initially. I'm not going to lie. However, I thought about it. If I could save someone's life, just like getting a whooping cough when I'm pregnant, I decided to go ahead and take it. I mean, there are so many people that have died. So I would rather risk being hurt versus hurting someone else.
So you on the list?
Oh, I've got my Pfizer vaccine. Thank you, Tyler Perry.
Okay, cool. Special K, Rock T?
Yeah, absolutely, man. The number one excuse that I get is that the vaccine is not for black people. Don't believe the hype. That's the main thing that I get. It's not for black people.
Okay, but black people did, though.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
and nobody died from the vaccine. Yeah, but y'all,
not according to Black Facebook.
And what the Black Facebook saying?
Well, I've talked to several people, man, who are varying degrees of education, none of which involve science, medicine, or pharmacy, who have these opinions that the vaccine trials were not long enough, they weren't tested thoroughly enough. I'm a black person. I'm not gonna, be subjected to be a lab rat for these white folks. I mean, I hear it, dude. I just stopped when they say that, I end the conversation.
Yeah, but ain't nobody looking on the label of Tylenol when you get a headache and a leave, and then y'all. Fellas main ones in talking about you ain't finna take the vaccine, but you going in there buying them rhino pills at the gas station. When you getting ready to fire one up. You heard me? Gary, what are your thoughts?
Rick, I was at the bank yesterday, and I was just talking with one of the tellers, and she just told me that she's not taking it. She said, I'm going to wait to see how y'all go through it, then I'm going to do it. But I get my second one tomorrow. So,
But the thing is, why take the risk? Look at the statistics of the people that have died versus the people that have survived and doing fine taking the vaccine. Let's go to the phones. Good morning.
The excuse that I'm using is common sense. Common sense is why I'm not taking it.
I got two for you. They said number one is supposedly the mark of the wildebeest, and number two, they said that it's the government putting a chip in you that they shot through the vaccine, so they putting a chip in your arm or something.
I don't have an excuse. I'm just intimidated by the fact that the new strains that they have out, this vaccine does not do anything for them.
Because they don't know what's in it, the ingredients that's in it.
Well, they tell me because they have O negative and O positive blood that they should be immune from this because it's a negative blood. It's such a rare blood type, and that's crazy.
I'm not getting the shot because I've always had severe allergic reactions starting when I was a child and got the measles, mumps, and cold vaccine. So I'm not getting it.
They've been trying for years to cure cancer, and they haven't come up. And now, all of a sudden, COVID, you can do it overnight. I'm not buying it.
For 400 years, they've been trying to kill us. Now they're trying to save us? I don't think so.
All right, man. Hey,
see why I stop arguing with people?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely understand the argument or whatever. I'm not, I'm not denying that. But on this particular thing with this coronavirus, if you look at the statistics as the people that have died, and nobody's dying from the vaccine, and I just don't think that these African American doctors, these black doctors that went to HBCUs and they go do all these years of college just to try to go out here and kill black folks or whatever. The science. I'm just following the science. The science, it just makes sense. And putting yourself at risk because COVID treats everybody different. It treats everybody different. Your cousin might survive it. It might be sick for a couple of days, but it could take you all the way out. We lost somebody on this morning show that passed away from COVID. That was like on the morning show, one of our own, Pastor Fred, rest in peace. And we just want to encourage everybody. If you're having any doubts, please sit down and talk to your physician. Go find a black doctor that gives you gives out the vaccine, and just have a conversation. Just make an appointment, have a conversation, and then make a decision for yourself and ask whatever questions you want to ask, whatever. But don't just go by he say, she say. Go sit down and talk to a doctor. Go find, if you don't feel comfortable, talk to a black doctor that graduated from Morehouse or UAB or Tennessee State University, one of our own HBCU or Meharry or whatever, and sit down and have a real conversation and figure out, and where you can get a better understanding. All right, y'all, more Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hit me up.
To all the hard-working women and everyday super moms, we got a little something for you. It's Eva's Corner on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, let's get to it. 13 before the top of the hour, y'all. It is about that time. Eva's Corner. What's up?
Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Eva's Corner, where we talk about everything womanhood, motherhood, and the juiciness in between. And today we are talking about relationships. I got an email from a woman that said she just started dating a new guy. They've only been talking for about 3.5 months, but she says she thinks that she is in love. Now, while being in love very quickly, she says she also sees some red flags. She's afraid because she definitely wants a future with this man, but she has noticed that he is still in contact and in communication with other women, most importantly, exes. And she knows this because he likes their Instagram pictures. He comments on their Instagram, and she wants to know at what point is it appropriate for her to say something to him about his relationship and communication with his exes. Now, when I first saw this, I thought, well, if he's talking to them, he's not your man. But then I stopped and I thought, and everyone does not look for the same thing in a relationship. We don't. So at the end of the day, it's all about communication. I feel like people date for different reasons, and communication is absolutely key. Not everyone is dating for their forever love. And everyone's not dating for their forever love. So when you're out there, you want to make sure you communicate and know that, are we just hanging out? Is this serious, or do we want to go to another level? And for me, when I first started dating my husband, let's be real. Sex complicates things. So I think when you start the intimacy part without communication first, then you make that gray area where you have questions and you don't know if you can answer them. Now, obviously, they have kind of gone to the next level in their relationship. And I think it's time for her to communicate to him what it is she wants. However, how do you do that, Ricky, without running a guy off? This is where I need your help. Because I think we assume that men are not as into us as we are to them, but y'all are. So how do we know when you guys are ready to take it to the next level?
Well, excuse me. The guy shouldn't be, if he's serious about the relationship, he shouldn't be in communication with ex-girlfriends. If he's serious about the relationship. Because even just as a man, if you're serious about her, you don't need them damn soul ties, man. Them soul ties are real.
Come on, soul ties.
Yeah, I know old girl has some fire, man, but dog, man, you got to give yourself an opportunity for your mind and body to connect to the one that you're with. And once you connect with her, then all of that other stuff will decrease anyway, and them texting you or whatever. And you just got to know how to fade the black without, being nasty about it or being, offensive or whatever. But you got to be respectful, and you got to have a real conversation, because out of all you're getting, get an understanding. A lot of times we like to go with stuff and just go with the flow of stuff and do everything that feel good and everything that sound good. But we never want to have those honest, hard conversations about things that need to be talked about. And that's when everything blows up, because there's no complete understanding, period. And you got to get an understanding.
And I think we work really hard at putting labels on things and being very hasty, with our decisions. And I'm here to tell you, be hasty, not at all, about nothing. Create a relationship and a connection versus labels. Because when you create the labels without communication, without an understanding, without a connection, then it leads to confusion. In 3.5 months, I'm sorry, sis, but his representative is still here. In 3 months, unless y'all are living together and are forced to be around each other in quarantine, then he is still giving you the represented version of himself, not the him
and then
that...
Eva, if he doing this at 3.5 months, man, y'all have to pay attention to small signs.
Come on now.
If he doing all this in 3.5 months and he's communicating with exes or whatever, and you just don't want to take a risk of getting hurt. So you might want to just have a reconsideration or kind of slow down a little bit and give him the opportunity to see, spread it out so you can see how serious he really is about you. Because the thing about it is, man, as men, we want to be with somebody that we can't live without. Period.
Message.
Period. Like if she die, I die the next day because I can't take it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, that's exactly what you want. And I think a lot of times we create in people what we want them to be versus looking at who they are. And so in 3 months, it's really hard to see who someone is versus the representative. So don't create in him who you want him to be. You're a man, you're this, you're that, and learn who he is.
Yeah.
And that takes time and that takes consistency. A man will show you who they are from their consistency or lack thereof.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Listen, Tevin Campbell, y'all, songs that will stay in your head all day. Young hit. Not one hit, okay? Young hit.
Thank you.
Yeah, I had to clear it out.
No one hit category.
Right, not Tevin Campbell, you can't.
Folks are jumping out their cars on that one. Wait a minute.
Right. Young hit one.
Round.
What was that song?
I'm ready.
Tell me what you want me to do.
Come on now.
Always in my heart.
Who was you? Be Along With You. That's my favorite, boy. That Be Along With You, boy, is something serious. Oh, boy, you grab that damn girl hand at the skating rink. You be looking for her every damn Sunday night. And she skates off into the night. You never seen her again a day in your life. Ooh, right here, though. Boy, that damn, I don't know who that girl was. She used to always find me at the skating rink. We used to always skate to this. So I never even knew her damn name. All I know is she had her hair cut in a mushroom. And she was real cute, had thick eyebrows, always smelled good. You could tell she lived with her grandmama because she was never hungry.
Come on now.
Because I always offered to buy her a hot dog or something, or some pizza over there. Because she said, "No, I'm not hungry." I said she must stay with her grandmama because she was always full. Who was your ass in love with? Who was your ass in love with when this song came out?
This a bad
Take
song.
me back, Rock T.
man. Come on. Coretta Thompson, doggone it. If you really want to know, man.
She was named after her grandmama. See?
Right.
Eva, who was you with? No, she getting emotional right now. Special K.
Yeah, I was with one of them. I don't remember what year it was. I was with one of them. The names and faces get jumbled up over the years, but I was with one of them.
Woo. Yeah, you was in love when that one came out. Be along with you. All right, y'all. I got your front page coming up on Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines.
Okay.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 26 minutes after the hour. Y'all, the segment's being brought to you by Indeed. That's right, when you're hiring, there's no luxury of time. So instead of waiting for people to see your sponsored post, invite them to apply. More at Indeed.com/credit. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone. I'm Eva Marcille here on this beautiful Wednesday with a quick look at your front page news. President Biden has adjusted his vaccine rollout timeline. Biden announced that states have until April the 19th to make COVID vaccines available to all adults. New reports show that over 40% of adults have gotten at least one shot, and nearly 25% of adults are fully vaccinated. And in some more good news, nearly 80% of teachers and school employees here in the U.S. have received at least one dose of the vaccine. Meanwhile, President Biden and VP Harris are hitting the road to drum up some support for their new infrastructure plan. Now, of course, Biden is getting pushback from many Republicans and some Democrats, too. The good news for Biden, a nonpartisan Senate official has ruled that Democrats can pass multiple bills over the next 2 years with a straight Senate majority vote, rather than a filibuster proof of 60 votes. Also making news, Florida Republican Representative Matt Gaetz, who was accused of sex trafficking, asked Donald Trump for a blanket presidential pardon before he left office. And last but certainly not least, our condolences go out to the family of longtime Florida Representative Elsie Hastings, who died yesterday at the beautiful age of 84. Hastings, a Democrat, represented black communities around Fort Lauderdale and West Palm Beach and served 15 terms in Congress. He announced in 2019 that he had pancreatic cancer. His family are in our prayers. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
Already, man. Well, I got some more bad news from Houston Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson. 2 women who filed lawsuits alleging sexual assault and inappropriate behavior are now speaking out publicly. One of them says she suffers from panic attacks, anxiety, and depression. Deshaun inflicted enormous emotional pain. She claims she is not doing this for money. She wants to make sure he does not do this to any other woman. Watson still claims his innocence as accuser number 1 demanded $100,000 in hush money. So I'm going to continue to follow this situation, but it's not getting any good. It's not getting better at all. It's been determined that Tiger Woods' car crash was caused by excessive speed. But there may be more to the story that we may never know, because the sheriff's department does not know if Tiger was conscious when he lost control of the car. Was he texting? Was he on a call? We'll never know, because they're not gonna further investigate that piece of the story, whatever. So it is what it is. Last but not least, as the Tokyo Olympics continue to approach, North Korea has pulled out. They say deuces. They claim the threat of COVID is too dangerous for their athletes, and they also claim 0 recorded COVID cases in North Korea. That's what they say. So that's what I got for sports, man. And since I'm filling in for the brat with the hot spot, I got the hot spot right now. Let's go.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
Bottom of the hour, time for the hot spot. What up, Rock?
Yes, indeed. Rick is brought to you by the Kings of Crunk. Will be on the Tom Joyner Foundation Fantastic Voyage sailing November 6th through the 14th, featuring Bone Crusher, Eastside Boys, Young Bloods, Shop Boys, Them Franchise Boys, DJ Unk, Yin Yang Twins, and Trillville. Call 214-495-1963 for details, or go to blackamericaweb.com. rockteaser.com. That's right. Rock Teaser here put it down for the brat. And this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. Well, Cheryl Underwood has opened up about her former co-host Sharon Osbourne's exit from The Talk. Although Osbourne has publicly said that she reached out to Underwood to apologize for their on-air argument, Underwood says she hasn't heard from Osbourne. So now Sharon has responded to that. She's leaking screenshots of text messages to Underwood saying, I not only sent these messages to Cheryl, but I apologized to her personally in her dressing room. Why are you saying I never apologized, Cheryl? What are you trying to do to me? Why are you trying to destroy my reputation? Just be honest and tell me. Cheryl still has not responded.
Garrett.
Baby.
Cheryl trying to keep that job.
She sure is. Sound like I ain't talk to her.
Cheryl she playing it off, Gary.
If she playing it out, she learned from those girls, honey. She said, I ain't
She
heard
want that
from
check.
her. Yeah. Don't see Cheryl back on BET, honey. She better.
Well, on that note, got some good news, man. Tyler Perry is doing it again, man. He wants his crew back on set, and he's ready to invest in their health to make it happen after getting his COVID-19 vaccine on TV back in January to reduce public fear about it. He's now helping his crew get vaccinated. The film and TV mogul set up a site at Tyler Perry Studios' production facility in Atlanta, funding it himself. He not only opened the doors to crew, but also their family and friends. Tyler said there's still a lot of vaccine hesitancy out there. About 55% of his crew agreed to get vaccinated, and it's my hope that people will just get out and get the vaccine. And now that he's had the vaccine and his members, they've had no problems or no issues.
Gary.
Now, Megan.
Gary. Cheryl, have you talked to Sharon Osbourne?
No, I ain't talked to her.
My final story, man, as Jeopardy still searches for it. Go ahead, man.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead, man.
I've texted you several times. I've called you. Why haven't you called me back?
Girl, I ain't seen no text. You ain't gave me no text.
What about the screenshots, Gary?
I ain't got that.
Cheryl, Gary. Cheryl trying to keep that job, ain't it?
Baby, she trying to keep that job on primetime TV. She said, girl, I ain't done no jokes in a while. I'm sitting right here.
She just saw what they did to Holly Robinson Pete and the rest of them.
Sharon ain't called me.